Good morning, dear students. Welcome to Ekara English School. I hope you all are very fit and fine. Dear students, everyone pay attention to study. Do not waste your time if you are at home. So, everyone pay attention to your study properly. Keep reading your chapters and do one page writing daily. Okay, so now this is your class second science book, Science Quest, and today we are going to read the chapter number 11, Light and Shadow. In this chapter, first of all, we will learn about the sources of light, then we will read about shadow. But before that, there is a question for you. What would have happened if there was no sun? If there would have no sun, then what would have happened? So you know that when the sun set, what happened? Then there becomes night everywhere. There becomes darkness everywhere. So what would happen if there would have no sun? There would have darkness everywhere every time. Then there would have no day. There would have night every time. A question is this is a girl, she is speaking. Answer a riddle. What stays with us in light but leaves us in dark? So the boy is answering, it is our shadow. You know, dear students, that when you will stay at the place where is light, or you can say that when you stay in light, then you must see that you have a shadow beside you. And when you stay in darkness, then your shadow will leave you. So this is a shadow that live with you in light. The sources of light are the objects which give out light. These sources can be natural and or artificial. What are the sources of light? The objects which gives out light. That objects are called the sources of light, and the sources of light can be natural and artificial both. Some sources of light, some pictures of the sources of light. You know, this is the sun, and sun is the main and natural, the most important natural source of light. The star, this is a candle, this is a picture of fire. So all these are the sources of lights, but only sun is the natural source of light, and others are the artificial source of light. As you are watching, this is a bulb, a table lamp, lighter, fire, there is a diya. So all are the artificial source of light beside the sun. Natural source of light and artificial source of light. So first of all, we will read about the natural source of light. Natural source of light are found in nature. It is told that the natural source of light are found in nature. The sun is one of the important natural source of light. It is a hot ball of fire. It gives us heat and light. The sun is very useful to us. It is told that only the sun is a natural source of light, and this is very important natural source of light. This is a hot ball of fire, and which the sun gives us the heat and light, and this is also very useful to every human being. Then there is a natural source of light. This is an artificial source of light. The artificial sources of lights are made by the humans. The man who made the sources of light for their own. So these type of sources of light are called the artificial. The man-made source of light are called the human, are called the artificial source of light. Like candle, bulb, torch, and lantern are some of the artificial source of light. And you know, dear students, that during day, how does a day? Because there is sun. So when the sun rises, it becomes a day, and when there is day, we can see everything clearly during the day. But when the sunset, what happened? Then it becomes darkness everywhere. Then these type of artificial sources of light are used. We use the artificial sources of light when the sun set, like because everyone need light to need to do any type of work. We cannot live in darkness. We need the other sources of light, because we need the light around us. We cannot see anything around us without light. So everyone need light, so that everyone can do his work. So everyone need the candle, bulb, torch, etc., so that everyone can do the work during night. We can see things around us only in the presence of light. Of course, we can see everything around us only in the presence of light. If there is no light, we cannot see anything around us. Now here we will read about the uses of sunlight. The first use of sunlight, its light help plants to grow. To perform photosynthesis, the plants need carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. So we can say that the sun gives energy to the plants to grow. When the sun get energy from the sun, then the plants grow. Then the second is it heats help in drying clothes. When you know that we wash our clothes and we put our clothes, we put our wet clothes in the sunshine, and the heat of the sun help to dry the clothes. Number 3, its heat help to kill many germs. Here, the last, it heats keep us warm during cold days. You know, during winter season, we feel very much cold. So, in that at that time, everyone wants to sit in the sunshine, so that we could keep ourselves warm. Can you name any insect which gives out light? Dear student, can you name any insect which gives out light? So, of course, the insect which gives out light is called the firefly. You know that the plants get energy from the sun, and the wet clothes need the sunshine to dry. We need sunshine, we need the sun's heat during cold days, during winter season, to keep us warm. And you know, dear students, that one of the main important thing is that we get the solar energy from the sun. Heat of the sun is also used to get solar energy. Yes, friends, the solar power is used to generate electricity. You know, dear friends, solar power used to generate electricity, and you know that the solar energy is very pollution free fuel. Dear friends, you know that you must have listened about the solar cooker. So the solar cooker is used to cook the food, and this is a pollution free fuel. So there are so many appliances of solar energy. You are watching, these all are appliances of solar energy. The solar lights, the other solar products, all products are of solar products. Power inverter, solar panel, UPS. This is the fan. There are so many appliances that runs on solar energy. Shadow. A shadow is formed when an object comes in front of light. A shadow looks like a dark patch. It is always formed on the opposite side of the source of light. Shadows are of different size during different times of a day. During morning and evening they are longer. During afternoon they are shorter. There is no shadow at night as it is dark. It is said, so listen very carefully, that a shadow only performs then when there is an object comes in front of the light. As you are watching here, at the back side the sun is there, in between the tree is there, and when the tree is in front of the sun, then we can see the shadow of a tree. So do you understand that a shadow is formed when an object comes in front of light? When a shadow comes in front of light, then we can see the shadow of that object. Next, the shadow looks like a dark patch. As you're watching here, all shadow looks like a dark patch. It is always formed on the opposite side of the source of light. The shadow always formed on the opposite side of the source of light. As you're watching here, this is the sun. In here the tree is there, and in front of the sun there is a shadow. So it is said that it is always formed on the opposite side of the source of light. The shadow always formed on the opposite side of the source of light, not on the same side of the source of light, but the shadow always formed on the opposite side of the source of light. Shadow are of different size during different times of the day. The shadow also changes its size. As you are watching here, the shadow is changing size and its direction to according to the time of the day. During morning and evening, they are longer. As you are watching here, during morning, when the sun is rising, then you are watching that the shadow of the tree is longer, and when the sun is setting during the sunset, the shadow of a tree is also looking very longer. But during afternoon, they are shorter. At this time, the sun is straight on the head, and that is why at that time the shadow is looking very shorter. There is no shadow at night as it is dark, and you know that when there is darkness we cannot see shadow. We can see shadow only after any objects come in front of the light. Dear students, I also want to make you understand शैडो कब बनती है. शैडो तब बनती है जब लाइट के सामने कोई चीज़ आ जाती है. जब कोई चीज़ लाइट के सामने आती है तभी उस चीज़ की शैडो बनती है. और शैडो किस तरह की दिखाई देती है? एक डार्क पैच के जैसी दिखती है. इट ऑलवेज फॉर्म्ड ऑन द अपोजिट साइड ऑफ द सोर्स ऑफ लाइट. जो शैडो होती है वो हमेशा सोर्स ऑफ लाइट के अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में बनती है, कभी भी उसके सेम डायरेक्शन में नहीं बनती है. जैसे कि आप यहाँ पर देख रहे हैं, सन इस साइड पर है तो शैडो यहाँ पर है. सन यहाँ है, शैडो यहाँ पर है. सन यहाँ पर है, शैडो यहाँ पर है. शैडो हमेशा सोर्स ऑफ लाइट के अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में बनती है. और जैसे जैसे टाइम चेंज होता है, जैसे जैसे दोपहर का टाइम बदलता जाता है, सच एज मॉर्निंग, आफ्टरनून, इवनिंग, वैसे ही वैसे शैडो का साइज भी चेंज होता जाता है. एज यू आर वॉचिंग हियर, द साइज एंड direction of the shadow is changing according to the morning, afternoon and evening. during morning and evening, मॉर्निंग और इवनिंग के टाइम में आप देख रहे हैं शैडो बहुत ही लॉन्गर होती है, और दोपहर के टाइम में शैडो बहुत ही शॉर्टर होती है. बिकॉज एट दैट टाइम द सन इज स्ट्रेट एट आवर हेड. देर इज़ नो शेडो एट नाइट. और आप जानते हैं कि रात को शेडो नहीं बनती है. शेडो तभी बनती है जब सोर्स ऑफ लाइट के सामने कोई ऑब्जेक्ट आता है. अगर कहीं कोई सोर्स ऑफ लाइट ही नहीं होगा, अगर कहीं कोई रोशनी ही नहीं होगी, तो वहाँ पर शेडो कभी भी नहीं बनेगी. सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आई होप यू मस्ट लाइक एंड अंडरस्टैंड द चैप्टर. वी विल मीट soon in the next part of the chapter with our mind map and question answer. Till then, have a nice day.